Hello and welcome back to another episode of Confessions of a Gaming Girl podcast. I'm your host, Doomcutie, and it's really humid and I got my hair cut and it's ruined my blow dry. You're welcome.
Same. Yeah.
We
My
love
hairdresser
that.
rocked up late and they were like, hey, we'll just start bleaching your hair first before she gets here. And then they full blew dry and she came over and went to cut it and went, oh, and I was like, what? I didn't know that was a problem.
Oh, well, there you go. Shaye, welcome back with your apparently freshly dyed hair. Love that.
Yeah.
What is your natural hair color then? What, like a light brown?
Dark blonde.
Like this. This is dark blonde.
Lighter
this is my
than
natural.
Yeah.
Lighter than that.
Mine's like this, like dirty blonde, maybe. I don't know. Like it's still blonde. Okay. It's just that it's like this is my hair color as a kid, and it decided to be lame and get darker.
You suit it.
My kids they were born with blonde hair and it's just gotten progressively darker. So I get that. That I remember when they were little and they were like, oh, is their dad's hair blonde? No.
Yeah, like no.
It's just
white, dude. We're just white as a start. And then as we age, we evolve. I don't know, man.
I know. Imagine that changing. Speaking of not changing, I'm Ellie. Welcome back.
Thank you. I also feel the need now that we're talking about hair is I am a blonde, but because I have no direct top-down lighting, it looks very dark. So just know that I'm blonde IRL.
I thought you always just had like when I see your video, I thought you just have really like cutesy brown hair. Like just
no,
adorable.
I've been blonde my whole life. I've never been brown a day in my life. My hair is just like a dirty, natural kind of blonde, and this is just more blonde at the tips. But lighting and people's PCs monitors don't allow that. I mean, but either or.
You're still cute. You're still cute. That's fine.
Yes.
Don't worry about that.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I'd like to draw attention to the fact. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Doom, but this is very important. Right. I did first on our chat. I did make sure
that
twice. And I will take no sass. That is my announcement. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm very, very happy for you. And as Dolphin Pants has just said, you were also the last comment in our Twitch chat last stream. So
am I uber supportive or do I have a problem?
Look, either way, it doesn't bother me.
Oh, good.
Speaking of not being bothered, I love my transitions. I'm just such a professional. Not being bothered. I was, and I can now talk about it, was not bothered by Wicked.
Yes! Okay. I haven't seen it. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
No spoilers. I can say that you will be delightfully mystified. Okay, and you please quote me. Delightfully mystified by the film.
Okay.
And like each of the actors, because we just say actors now, we don't say actors and actresses. Apparently. Each one of the actors did a fantastic job and brought their own selves, their own talent. Yes, in a very classy way. So kudos to them. And there was the costumes were like a lot more updated, and I think
like they looked phenomenal in like the ads I've been seeing. Like costume design was on it.
Yes. And I think people who, if this is their first experience of Wicked, it's a good one. So
good.
Stunning.
Yes, because my shout out, sorry, I have to thank Universal Pictures ANZ for not only hosting the event at Perth Hoyt's Karrinyup Cinema. They did a lovely media wall. It was very lovely. There were lots of people there. We got complimentary phone prisons to lock up our bags. Lock up our phones. And we weren't allowed to take them out at any time.
During the showing of the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but before and after, obviously, you can take pickies and stuff.
When we were, because you don't get assigned seating unless you're like part of the, the team. they in the line they were like handing out the bags, and then another person was coming around and like sealing them up. So
Ooh, they didn't fuck
Yeah.
around. They were like,
They
don't
did
even be
not.
tempted. All right.
No.
Well, I mean, you know what? They were helpful with it. They were clear with it. All good. Fair enough.
I actually did. Yes, I don't know where people got this from because it didn't look like a screen recording, but I did see some parts of the film accidentally on TikTok. I saw one video and I was like, oh no, scroll away, and then I saw another video and I was like, nah, I can't go on TikTok for like a whole day because I didn't want it to get ruined. So, and so Doom, does this mean you're popular? I didn't get on the 9 Perth website when they took the pictures. They only took pictures of the blonde people, I think, and like one picture of some kid, like a kid. So yeah, no, I'm not that popular.
Session with only like photographing blonde women. I can speak for blonde women as I have.
Yes, please do.
My way. We're awkward as shit, okay? Doesn't automatically being good with camera or hot. We're little gremlins like everybody else. We're just a bit shinier, okay? Put us in the back row where we like to hide and go take fucking pictures of some brunettes. There's more of them than there are us. Go celebrate someone else. Go.
Look, they all looked fabulous. There was a lovely person there who was very tall and muscular in stature. If they weren't wearing fishnets and knee-high boots and a very short pleated black skirt, you might assume that they're male. But slay.
Dude, they sound like they were kicking ass.
Yeah, they really were. It was I almost had to restrain myself from asking them to step on me. Like it was just that kind of situation.
It was just that vibe.
If anyone asked me, it didn't happen.
Yeah, totally didn't just go on the podcast and say people to hear. Yeah, no, Deb's no one will ever hear it. Don't worry, it's fine. Yeah,
there was a lot of different.
Was in a fantastic outfit. You know.
No, there was a vast array of people. So the people that you see on the website of like wherever these media photos go, that would be probably the minority. I would say like the majority of people were like kind of like me, or like there were like some older couples that were there. Like they probably have like a little blog site that they're chatting about their little films and stuff. And yeah, I think that's fantastic. So yeah, that's what it's like at a movie premiere. I also had one chocolate covered strawberry with a bit of cardboard on top that said Wicked. And then
one? How did you stop at only one?
Well, because there was a line. Anyway.
Damn it.
And then there was a Prosecco with a flower in it. Yeah.
Cute.
That just sounds like a fun experience. Like that just sounds like it would have been a good time. Like whether you're in the photo or not at the end of the day, like it's fucking cool that you got to be there. And I'm sure you met or caught up with some like fantastic people. So like congratulations.
No one talked to me.
What?
No one talked to me.
Wait,
I went.
Oh, sorry. Ellie said something. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I was saying, was it a mix of social media personalities? Because I assume was this through your Twitter or your Instagram that you got approached by?
It was Instagram. But no, like obviously because my crowd is gaming, but I have seen some other Perth creators go to these events. Like I've seen a couple of people go to like Super Mario and like Gladiator and like but I went with my friend Emma, and she's actually a consistent horror film reviewer. Her name's Spooky Astronaut. She's on YouTube. She's a lovely human. Shout out. We met through the lovely Perth content creation community, all those meetups that get posted. So yeah, I went with her. So it was really, really cool. But I will see it again probably. So if that tells you anything.
That's pretty solid. I like that.
Yeah. You're welcome. I think you'll enjoy it if you're a long-time fan and also if it's your first time. Yeah. Okay. Back to gaming.
Back to gaming.
Back to gaming. Gaming. Love games.
when you game such well?
Imagine a Wicked game.
I said that last time.
We did.
Oh, I'd
We
also
did.
like to
Just mentioning
confirm that I did look into getting Wicked tickets. They're completely sold out in Brisbane. All the shows.
Oh, to the full or
literally all of them. Every single seat. Not even just like the cheap ones. All of them.
is there a Wicked mod in Sims? Perhaps
there is,
maybe.
But it's not. It's called the Wicked Whims mod, and it's not.
Oh no, that's not what we're
Wicked.
talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not that.
We don't need an uncovered bed during Woohoo. Like,
but all the squares.
We don't need that.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
Gee, a lot of 11-year-olds are going to be very happy. Bloody hell. Back in my day, when I was a tiny child curious about the world,
just search
Woohoo was the first place you go.
Oh, not this one. The Wicked from the website on the box. I still haven't Googled that, even though I own boxes with that website on it. So there you go.
Please do.
Maybe just go incog before you do that, so your kids accidentally stumble on it. Like, hey, Mom, what's this? Is this about the movie?
Oh no. So yeah, good times. Shaye and Ellie. I know Ellie, you have, and you know what? I'm actually. I think this is an awesome discussion, to be honest, because look, especially, I would say, most of the time, when you are a female content creator, streamer who has small children and a family, you become almost like if anyone is to drop what they need to do, it's you, if anything comes up. And Ellie, I know that you haven't been streaming as much as you've wanted to, simply because of your own personal illness, wherever that's come from. And then also myself, I was extremely disappointed to not be in attendance at the Fuse Cup in Queensland over the weekend. And you know, it's really unfortunate, and I think people are more understanding than ever, but I think also there's still that nagging feeling, hey.
No, I couldn't agree more, and I think at the same time is it never comes easy. It is never a drop of the hat, like, oh, I just won't do this. I just won't go. I just won't stream. Like it rarely, seldom comes down to just easy blasé. Oh, just don't worry about it. Like, as you've just described, much like everyone is super, super busy, but I do believe that when you do have tiny little gremlin gamers in the house, you do give away a large chunk of yourself to look after them. And it's a privilege. It is such a privilege. I've loved having a tiny little stowaway in my home, but I will say I didn't expect, and if I talk about it too much, I might get emotional, but I didn't expect those sorts of things, like giving up just the little corner of the world for myself, and that's gaming. It's something I have a history with. It's something that I've always really enjoyed. It's something that I'm expanding on with this podcast, with streaming, with my Instagram. Like, I'm expanding on such a beautiful hobby. And so when what comes first in my life, which is my family, when that comes in the way, of course I have to drop everything to look after that, to look after my health. I've been really, really down with my health for the past, I want to say, like 3 months. I've really struggled. I've been in surgery. Like, it's a lot. And so giving up something that I truly, truly love, which for me is definitely streaming, has been really, really hard. And we live in a world where appearances is everything. So because I'm not going live, because I'm not releasing as much content on Instagram, like, I've been losing followers, like hemorrhaging followers left, right, and center. And I get that, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. It's not the end of the world, but it's been my world. Like, it's been my little corner of the world for just me, for something that I have creative control over, for something that I feel passionate about. So to lose or feel like I'm losing that is not easy. And so it's,
I don't think you should
journey.
Underestimate it, though. Like, I mean, you've worked hard on this, and I've seen how hard you've worked. You've put out some fan-fucking-tastic content. You've been so consistent. You've done so well. And to see something that you've built need to step aside for a second and to see that people lack the understanding that you are in fact a human that has things that they have to do. Like, I can see why that would be upsetting, my dude. But,
yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
for your core people will be there. Like, you know, you might lose some of the outliers, but the people who really enjoy you, they'll still be there.
No, I totally agree with that. There's always that kind of foundation of community, which is absolutely fantastic. But it is really easy to kind of worry about trajectory, you know, when you're slowly gaining, you know, steady community, steady followers, subscription base, and then those teeter off just as slowly as you were gaining them. It can feel really jarring and scary, especially when you're just starting to make headway and everything. Same with, like, I've just started to make decent collaborations with, you know, brands and things. That sort of thing matters when it comes to your statistics and your numbers and your data. Like, it matters. And when you think too much about it, like, it can be quite jarring, quite sad. And I do know what's most important in my core, and that's, you know, my health and my family. But I think there is a limit of accepting the kind of grieving area of what you want and what could have been because of other issues. So it's kind of like a nice balancing act of, like, you can't give up absolutely everything about yourself because life moves so fast, but you kind of also have to respect it and be able to move on from it. So it's definitely an interesting sort of journey. So
yeah, I completely agree with you, Ellie. And yeah, I apologize for bringing up, you know, an emotional topic, but I don't think that it gets talked about enough. And so I appreciate you being as raw as you can with us, because, you know, number one, this is a safe space, but number two, I think, you know, like, for me, it was, I was accountable to not only my audience who was expecting to see this content, but it was a missed opportunity for me to connect with educators in esports, and and also
the fear of missing out is what gets you.
Well, like, yeah, it was FOMO, but, like, I'm letting people down as well. So we're not only talking about the algorithm, you know, if you're not posting every single day on Instagram and, you know, at a certain time, and, you know, maximum of 5 stories a day or whatever it is now. I don't know what it is. But yeah, like, I let down some professional people, which I was absolutely gutted, because, you know, I built this. I built this from the ground up, and, you know, the thought that anything could come in the way of that is incredibly distressing. And, you know, you all of a sudden have to, like, you know, realize, you know, what matters most. And, you know, I thought that, you know, obviously, you know, my mental health and things that matter to me do matter, but when those emergencies come up and you do have children, you do have a life outside, obviously, it's hard, man. It is so hard.
There's always a level of sacrifice, and that's, you know, that's okay. It's okay to feel disappointed, but know that you're showing up for the right people and the most important people.
And you're not just, like, brushing this off because you didn't feel like. You legitimately had to prioritize the tiny ass humans that you made. If you didn't, I would be concerned.
Yes.
Like, in the end, like, people are gonna get over that you didn't talk there, and it's gonna probably suck for you for a little bit, probably a long bit, but you'll know you did the right thing. You will have stuck to your morals, you'll have stuck to your values, and as a person, you will have satisfied how you feel that you should behave, especially towards people that you care about so much. And honestly, if people can't understand that, hey, the people I love needed me, and that's going to take priority, then those people suck. Okay, like,
I agree with that. If there's any sort of kind of, like, there could be like a kind of a eye roll if it interrupts, you know, an organizer's flow of day because it impacts them initially. But then if you really take on board as to why somebody needs to step back from such a phenomenal opportunity,
and you would have
and
to
there's still an issue with that, like, I think that's a them problem by that point. It's not the person that needs to pull out.
Look, I'll put this out there. It was not the company that I was working with, of course not. They were incredibly understanding, but it's that internal dialogue. It's like, And then all of a sudden, like, it got in my head. It was like, well, you know, obviously children have, you know, it took 2 people to make them, you know, most of the time. You know, like, where's the other person? And it's like, well, you know, like, it just wasn't possible. And then it's like this internal kind of thing where it's like, well, do you deserve this? Like, are you even...
Don't you fucking
No,
dare. Yes, you do.
I know.
No, duh.
I know.
If you ever have those thoughts, you come to us, and I swear to God, we'll fucking fix them. You do deserve it. You've worked bloody hard, and you've not let anybody down because you had to do
I'm gonna get
something you
slapped
genuinely
the
had
next
to
time
do.
you guys see
You
me.
fucking are. I'm like, how dare you think you're not amazing? I'll fucking fix it immediately.
Ah, don't hurt me.
Ellie's gonna be right there with me. She's gonna be like, all right, you hold Shaye. I'm going in for the bear hug. Oh,
Oh dear.
absolutely not. We'll not.
We
have
will
pain
bully
and
you
support.
with kindness.
I
and
will be
willies,
aggressive
maybe.
with my support. Oh no. Oh no, sorry. That was a fucking typo and a half. Oh buddy, it's cool. We got it.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's totally fine. Okay. On that note, we're kicking ass. And we have lovely people in our lives and in our communities. So, you know, we're here for that. And of course, the gaming community would not be anything, you know, without some sort of, you know, award ceremony and a lovely man. Do you know anything about Jeff Keighley? Do you know anything about
names?
him?
I don't know who that is.
Jeff Keighley. He's Canadian, and he
so he's a moose. Does he have thumbs?
He is the creator of the Game Awards, and that is what is in question.
He's
yeah.
Moose, then.
How many years has it been running?
Oh gosh. I don't know.
And who is he for the gaming community other than the creator of the Game Awards?
So he was a video game journalist and television presenter.
This makes sense.
So gap in the market. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. And it's been
getting...
running since 2014. It was self-financed. Yeah.
So this guy's passionate. I like it.
In 2014, Jeff self-financed and launched the Game Awards. And like, he gets a lot of flack in the community because, quite frankly, it was self-funded in the beginning, and it's just basically like his favorite. That's what it feels like sometimes.
I've definitely heard that flack. I've always heard it as the creator of the Game Awards, not his name first. So that would be why I didn't know who that was. But I definitely took a look at that list and was like, oh yeah, they're not bad games by any means at all, but like they're all very a little bit similar. Yeah.
Well, I've been meaning to look up more about it actually, as to just, you know, now I know the origins, but just if there's a board, if there is criteria, what makes Game of the Year, because I also saw Indie Game of the Year is not too far away as well, because what I've been streaming is Fear of the Spotlight, and they've been put up for Best Narrative. So how cool. We've got the indie games as well.
Yes, I love celebrating indie games, right? Because they just don't get enough attention. These are small, dedicated teams who are actually willing to try something different. Yeah, and like you get... I know, cool, sometimes you get some bad stuff, but that's the point, right? It's experimental. So cool, you get some bad stuff that they then learn from genuinely and build on. And then you get stuff like, for example, Cult of the Lamb. Like, that has just absolutely taken over. Like, their marketing is amazing. Their community engagement is amazing. I was genuinely shocked, and apparently so were they from what I saw on Twitter, that I didn't see them nominated for anything. And I was like, whoa, okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll just go into a little bit of this is all, you can read this all on the frequently asked questions on the Game Awards website. So it says, how are nominees selected? Nominees are for most categories of the Game Awards are chosen by an international jury of over 100 global media and influencer outlets.
Oh, okay.
How about listen to the people that play the games? That could be fun.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Weird.
That was silly of me. No, we don't do that. Just like we don't like test pads on women, because we don't do that. That's silly.
Why would
I'm not
you
mad.
do
You're
that?
mad. I know.
Wait.
That would be like, what? Are we
Wait, is that
testing on the
true?
intended audience? Yeah, that's, yeah.
What about
It's only
tampons?
recently. Nope.
They don't do it with real blood until
No, they do
this
it with
year,
watered
wasn't
down
it?
color. It's
Yeah.
why it fails so much for us. And it's also why lead was found in a majority of the products, because they don't test it properly, because we're just silly women. Anyway, sorry, I distracted us with real women's issues.
Yes, those are real actual issues. This is by far
this
a
is
first
much
world
better. I
problem.
like this. This is nice.
So specialized juries, or I don't know what a specialized jury is, and I hate that it's spelt with a Z. Also convene for other categories, including esports, accessibility, and best adaptation. Each voting outlet completes a confidential unranked ballot based on the collective and diverse opinion of the entire editorial staff, listing out its top 5 choices in each category.
That sounded
Right.
real
Well, if
loose
I
there.
can just make a small note there, just even at the start, like I know the influencers get a bad rap, like just that career title, people like to shit on it because it's very first world, it's very 2020s.
But it's working with what you've got. It's working with a tool that has been pushed at you. So
I think my issue there is like, okay, cool, there's like, did you say journalists and whatever? That part's fine, but influencers only bother me because if you've got the genuine title of influencer, which is not easy to get, like you have to have quite a lot of followers to be considered more than just a micro influencer. Most of the time, they have connections with games. So like I could list, like, and I'm not going to name people, name and shame, but like I could list like 3 gaming influence in my head that have affiliations with games. And so of course they're going to be like, oh, let me put this game down because I have affiliations.
And to add to that, Ellie, in general, and as a woman in gaming who has been on many other podcasts, it is the general consensus of everyone in the Xbox community who cares about, you know, the business of gaming, that the media is PlayStation bias.
I'd agree. I would 100% agree, because it's just like, even if you think about it, like even with the little submarine that went to see the Titanic, look at every single journalist article. It was controlled by a PlayStation controller. It was not controlled by it was Logitech. Like, it was not a PlayStation controller. Like, and they're just, they see gaming, and because PlayStation was so like massive,
because it links that, like the word PlayStation and submarine. It would probably show the person more PlayStation ads anyway. That's how business works, baby.
Yeah.
So they are. Why don't fans 100% select the winners? So you can vote. Okay, you can vote, but it's not 100%. So it says creating a 100% fan vote presents several challenges, apparently. Given that some games are exclusive to one platform, a public vote puts single platform games at an inherent disadvantage over multi-platform titles.
In addition, title, like just have your own section.
I think that then
like best Xbox game of the year, best PlayStation game of the year,
and then that allows you to celebrate more anyway.
I think they want more competition though. They want everything to come down to, like, that's why it's so prestigious, because you're beating every other console and platform that these are. Like, you're not just beating yourself.
Yeah, I suppose. Like, you know, at school, they're not going to, you know, I don't know, pick, you know, this is the leader of this year and this is the leader of that year. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
we had that.
Anyway. Really?
Yeah,
you had a leader of year 1?
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking high school. And we had year leaders, so yeah.
In addition, it is important that winners cannot be socially engineered in any way.
That's cute.
We find that, and it's in little quotation marks. I know. We find that a blended vote is the most credible and authentic way to select winners. Now, someone in our chat has actually said that the community is only 10% of the results. I'm not sure if that's correct, but it would be interesting. So yeah, basically, big fan guy. You know, he was just like, "Yep, I'm going to make my own award show," and basically, a lot of my favorite games are probably going to win. Fortunately, there are some categories like the Accessibility Award.
Oh, we have the FAQ.
Yeah. What?
Oh, okay. So you were mentioning that you weren't sure about the 10%, but Dolphin Pants has been kind enough to say that from the FAQ, it actually states that, yeah, public fan voting is only 10%.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that portion because there's a lot. There's a lot on here, and I just can I share this image with everyone? I just want to share this because this is quite stunning. You know, if you're into this sort of thing, look at this. Look, if I was going to host an award show,
that's so alien. I hate it.
That's very Black Mirror.
The Game Award,
Hunger Games, even.
It's giving me Jeff Bezos.
Big that font is
and like
huge.
It's like all of them. It's like Zuck, Bezos, Musk. It's all of them.
Oh, wowzers. And why does this look like we're remembering them after they've died?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the black and white advisory pictures of the advisory board.
Yes. I'm gonna start throwing in some flower petals.
Yeah, oh no, they go coloured if you touch them. There you go.
I don't like it.
Yeah, so you can click on it, remember their life, you know, celebrate them for who they were.
I don't like it. Bowser.
Oh my
Nintendo.
Gosh,
come off it. Doug Bowser for Nintendo, come off it. Doug, I don't trust you, buddy. You're a Nepo baby. I don't trust you.
Is he?
Yeah,
President
Bowser.
and chief. Is that chief of operations?
It's just me making a Nintendo joke.
Yeah, no. He totally looks like he owns a Nintendo. And yes, his last name is Bowser.
But he proceeds to play on one of his
do you think he
several
changed
yachts.
it? Do you think he changed it?
That's so funny.
I don't know. I don't know who they named the original Bowser after. Because I know Kirby was named after somebody.
There you go. So if we go back, here are the nominees for the Game Awards 2024. We have Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score and Music, Best Audio Design, Best Performance, Innovation and Accessibility, Games for Impact, Best Ongoing, Best Community Support, Best Independent Game, Best Debut.
That's an interesting one. Best Community Support. That's what. Let me just monitor every social media platform and see who's got the most hype.
And it actually confuses me, right? Because if you're going to base it on not just the support, but obviously the interaction, then, for example, Cult of the Lamb sticks out wonderfully. They have done nothing but attempt to interact with their audience and continue, and continue to like really engage, not just, you know, surface level engage, like, oh my God, guys, Cult of the Lamb, wow, are you playing a game? Like, genuinely getting in there, creating events, like literally marrying people. Like
content creator of the year.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
There you go.
I saw someone's TikTok and they're like, come on, the photos that it was ABC Games.
Look at Queso's photo.
Queso's photo. Where did they get that from? Wait, is there only one? Wait, is
there's only one.
There's no women
identifying person?
No.
So there's no women in there.
You say that not identify as a woman?
I only know Queso. I don't know any of the others.
I don't know any of these gamers.
Techo Gamers looks AI generated.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I don't know.
That's so sad though. Like,
well, apparently they made important and positive impact on the community in 2024. Wow.
I've never heard of them.
I mean, like real ones. Why am I not there? Come on.
I know. We all have. We've raised money for charity and stuff, but obviously, you know, we don't have numbers, I suppose. But anyway.
Yeah,
all right, guys, you heard it here. Get more numbers. Why is COAGG getting snubbed? I don't know, man. Like, fucking crime, if you ask me.
I know.
Most esports athlete. You
want to esports?
Faker's in there.
Yeah, I want to know. I was wondering. Faker! Yes,
of course he's in
my
there.
boy.
Yeah.
And again, I'm so sorry. I only know Faker, and of course, there's no women in there.
No, there is. Yeah, no.
Why would we do that?
I would love to hear from people as to diversity. Sorry, I was going to say disability. Diversity disingenuous when it comes to if you don't deserve it, you shouldn't be there. But would I also couple that with the fact that gaming still, when it comes to the media and these sorts of awards and society, men take the crown, right? The men are in the forefront. And so when does it come to like, you should be throwing diversity in there because it's important? Like,
listen, I don't care if we're literally put in like, best gamey person, like dude, and then everybody else. I don't care. I will hang out with the gays and the theys. I would rather it anyway. But like, come on, like there was no effort put into that. There's one femme appearing person, and I think Zoom, you said that they don't identify as female. That's just their VTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, something,
like,
some smidge.
That's not it, because I know for a fact that there is phenomenal female identifying creators out there that are good at their
what about craft,
and they're not represented here. And that's not saying you've got Tiger Woods and then you've got someone at the Drive on a weekend. That's not saying, have the pity party vote here.
No, we have accomplished people.
There is fantastic women within our community that deserve to be up here, and there is no one. Sorry, convince me otherwise, because that's just it's just disheartening, and it's further perpetrating the fact that women have no place among this environment. So Bowser, come forward, buddy. Come on.
Ellie will fight you. Please come on the podcast.
You're called Bowser and you work for Nintendo.
Ellie, I'll hold your jacket, man. I got you. I'll hold your jacket.
I'm genuinely like, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed, and I am hurt by that. I'm genuinely hurt by that. Where's our representation?
Okay. Well, there are millions of content creators out there, so I imagine that is quite difficult. So I guess I mean, look, if you don't go viral, you're nothing, and that's just what that means. But we are here to talk about the game of the year. So here are the nominees for Game of the Year to 2024. And these are nominated for games that deliver the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. The nominees are Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor Refantazo. Sorry if I've said that incorrectly.
And our chat has brought up a really fantastic point. I don't know if you've looked into the background of Black Myth Wukong and the development team. They have very strong opinions on women not belonging in games. They are vocal. They are very, very vocal about it.
As in game science? Like
as in women shouldn't play games. Yeah, as the developer, does not believe women should play video games, and had a few other interesting and unique things to say that were, I will never pick up that game. Even if it didn't give me motion sickness, I'll never pick it up.
The Wukong development team have a history of sexism, which has been noted that it actually complicates the I guess the popularity in Western society, or any sort of modern society, and there have been some. I'll read it. It says, in the eyes of many female players, a game science has a notably negative reputation, said Jen, which is a pseudonym, a Chinese games designer who's now based outside of China. I admire their dedication and work. I had high expectations for their game until I came across their misogynistic remarks around 2021, which was reported in the news.
So what I'm hearing here is every woman should pirate their game and then send them photos of them playing their game, saying, love you, babe, playing your shit game. Oh, by the way, I didn't pay for it. So not only are you pissing them off by playing their game, but for free. I love it. Stunning.
Oh my God. What? This is... Okay. Yeah, there's...
Yep. I was cranky and I shut down what I was looking at when I saw it, and I was like, I'm going to pull myself away from that, or I will have colourful words, and I don't want to put that on the internet because it's toxic.
Soon after the pre-alpha video for Black Myth Wukong was released in August 2020, Feng penned his thoughts about the video going viral on Weibo. I don't know what that is. I guess that's a Chinese social media.
Chinese Facebook. Yep.
Yep. The post was largely about his self-criticism over the video's lackluster production quality. What does this even mean? I want to expand my circle and hire more people, get licked until I can't get an erection. I want to be honest and make a trailer and be praised as the savior of the industry. Wow.
Someone's
okay.
got some
There's
ego
a lot.
problems. That's a lot to unpack.
There is a lot. Okay. So we're boycotting that.
Yo.
Thanks. Okay. So outside. Yeah.
I was gonna you go, Jim. I have opinions.
No.
But you go.
I just can't believe that I just can't believe a game developer would be so vocal about regarding the issue that gaming content must cater to female players. I have always been extremely confused as I look at the way I position my product and say loudly in the mirror, my game is for girls. If this is not the case, then you have to think about what the majority of girls want. If you make a product like the way the game is depicted in Black Mirror, where players earn spending points through extremely simple in-game behaviors such as riding bicycles or growing flowers and plants, and using these points to purchase various European and American brands and new Chinese novelty products that are in season. You can hire a few part-time buyers for 3,000 Yan a month. You only need to collect product information and release patches for a new avatar every month. At the same time, you can make exceedingly cute comparisons or companions, such as pets. These pets can even be the pretty boys from popular Western TV series through accelerating artifacts. You can even earn more points more quickly. And with these large amounts of points, you can purchase golden tickets to participate in online reality shows with girls gathering support by uploading photos or recording MVs with the top 100 people on the list. So
he's simplifying women to base urges and appearance. That's all it is. That's all that is.
Yeah. And
also, I don't want to hear nothing about, if I just put cute men in, it'll work, because you put hot women in a game and it'll work, dude. Like, don't. That's everybody.
This
don't even.
Sorry, this is an English translation of something written in Chinese. So I assume the wording is like probably a little bit more extended.
Yeah.
Basically, one of the lead artist and co-founder made these comments, and he's part of this game. Sorry, I'm just like lost for words because this is the first time I've actually heard of it. So basically, he's wondering why people keep mentioning, like, you know, the inclusion of females, you know, in video games when they just want, you know, like to run around cute little gardens and collect tokens and you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
He thinks we're locked casuals.
And then he mentions the G-spot of male and female gamers are fundamentally different. I'm not sure why that's mentioned.
That's wild. Sure, we can phrase it like that, I guess.
That's a very interesting take and a very graphic take on something that could actually be phrased correctly. And I, like you said, Doom, that there is a translation happening here, but I'm sure that they have not gone from something that's not as graphic to as graphic as that.
Well,
I actually discussed with a psychologist about like, where do men and women sit between picking certain genres? And multiple psychologists I spoke to 3 about the same question, and they all kind of said the same thing. And they kind of said men and women, or boys and girls, are definitely raised to be a certain way, right? So women are raised more in the servitude life, where the gentle life, you know, don't do that, it's not women like. Whereas boys, they've more got the ability to be rough housing, they can be bossy because they'll never
be adventurous, take charge.
Yep, they can be violent, that's fine. And so in adulthood, you do gravitate toward, like, sometimes certain genders gravitate towards, the females might gravitate towards quote unquote cozy games. You are growing your farms, you're fostering relationships, you're choosing outfits. The men might gravitate towards more hard and fast games, shooter games, bloodthirsty games. But that is so generic in the way, like, all 3 of them kind of said, like, that's kind of like the basis, like that's just how society is function. But as we grow as a society, as more technology comes about, people are more able to access games that they haven't before, anyone can gravitate to any sort of game. And I will say, as an anecdote, as someone who gravitates to the more creepy horror, like darker games, like the darker the better, that's my type of game. Majority, and this is including you both, majority of the women that I have met as gamers, which is more than 5, it's 50 of them. Majority of them are into such a different level of gaming. They are into absolutely everything. I would never, being unbiased or knowing what I know, be able to pigeonhole women as a gender into majority of women into cozy games, because that is genuinely not true. And I think that me, as someone that is quite honest, I would be able to put my hand up and say, you know what, majority of women I have met, their favorite genre is cozy games. So I can see where the bias might come from, but we are still multi-dimensional people. I can't even say that, because it isn't. It is not. Like, majority of women I meet is not into cozy games. Like, people have certain favorites, of course, but like the majority is not cozy games. So I don't get why people always pigeonhole females that we're like, go and, you know,
go pick your flowers and like go to Little Horsey. It's like, okay, or I could just beat you in one of your games. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
totally.
We could just, you know what, I didn't know this, and it's frustrating that I didn't know this, but anyway, moving on. Despite all of that lovely information we have just spoken about, the community has spoken about the nominations of the Game Awards, and quite frankly, it's quite on point, I would dare say. And a lot of people are saying DLC should not be eligible for Game of the Year awards.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Oh my God. Get out of here. It can
have its own category, like best DLC of the year. Awesome. Love it. It should not be up for the main award.
Should they be in the best ongoing game then?
Quite possibly. Yeah.
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 Because that counts as ongoing.
DLCs continue it. 100%. It's the same as remasters. You could almost argue that, like, remasters, remakes, whatever you prefer to call them, I'll call them remasters. Same thing, because it reboots the community, it reboots the love for everything. Until Dawn has just released, like, you know, only like maybe a month ago, had released their remake, and that has that's my favorite game, and it has rebooted the community like tenfold. Like, there's so much stuff on TikTok. We're talking about fan theories, like. That's an ongoing game. They've added new content. They've added new areas. Like, that's ongoing. So even you can throw your remakes in there. But that is cheating. That Elden Ring, girl, Ariana, what are you doing here? No, that's cheating.
So we have Final Fantasy, Elden Ring, Astrobot. I assume they're talking about the DLC or the next one, I suppose.
Yeah,
I think number
Astrobot 2 has
2.
just been released.
Yeah. And then I can definitely see the community being like, what? in regards to that. But you know, like the Dark Souls community is very passionate. So I wonder if it will win simply because, you know, everyone loves that.
I mean, why is there multiple Souls-like anyway? Because isn't Elden Ring and Final Fantasy Souls-like games?
I don't think Final Fantasy is in Souls-like region.
Really? I thought Final Fantasy was a Souls-like.
I thought it was more on the adventure side of things.
Totally maybe, but I was just kind of like weirded out about it. I'm like, hello, why is that's weird. Like, why is it always like dark and convoluted games? Like, I'm exhausted. Give me something easy. Oh, Astrobot, cool. Here's one for the girlies. Cozy Gamers.
Oh my god! I will rage vomit, I swear to God. No, but I see what you mean. It's similar to my comment, I think, before we started. Like, it's just a lot of similar stuff. And, like, don't get me wrong. Work went into this, and I'll never, ever disregard that. But there's also other games that work went into that are just as deserving.
I've never heard of Balatro. I'd have to look that up.
Balatro is... Oh, it's basically, it's poker.
Yeah, but don't you, like, build a deck or something?
Yeah. Game of the year and you're playing poker? Questionable.
Look, people like it. It's just not a, you know, like, it's not a story. It's just, you know,
it is fun. Rated 5 stars on Steam.
Yeah,
it's pretty badass.
Yeah.
How random.
I haven't played it because I'm terrible at poker. But you know, it's
it's a roguelike, not really poker. It just features poker hands. Okay. So it's
roguelike.
Okay, you got my attention at roguelike. I like that one.
People think it's going to win.
It looks like just
simply
poker.
Because it does.
I would honestly want it to win just for something different. Like, I think that's
why not?
Just something different.
Wasn't there one indie game?
But yeah, the hook is poker.
Yeah. No, honestly, looking at these, if I had to vote, I'm not enthused. Like, usually each year there's something I'm at least reasonably enthused about, but this year, like...
Or at least I've played. Have you played any of them?
No. That's the worst bit. I haven't played any.
I've played Astrobot. I've played Astrobot.
Oh, yeah. Good.
None. I did like Black Myth in the Summer Games Fest.
Oh yeah.
It was something that I was like, maybe it's not one that I like wrote down mentally, like Fear of the Spotlight, that I was like, I've got to get that. But especially now about their controversy. Sorry, Game Science. I'm a flat earther if you're Game Science. See you later. I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna frisbee this earth into the sun.
Yeah. Bye.
We got a question, where's Power World? Honestly, that would have been so cool.
Power World?
Dude, I would vote for that.
Which category would have that been in?
Could have gone Game of the Year.
Bombgame.com.
Yeah, like, I think it was released this year, right?
Let's look at best indie game, hey?
Fuck yeah, there you go. See, Belter's in there.
Better.
I actually took a look at these because I was genuinely curious. And Animal Well is a platformer. Then you got Beltro, which is a roguelike. You've got Laser Eyes, which is a puzzle game. Neva,
Laser
which
Eyes
is a
looks
puzzle
good.
Game. Yeah,
Neva also looks good.
UFO 50 was a group of, I think it was like 6 devs who got together and essentially did like an extended game jam and then published all of their games. It's like a lot of games in one. And I was like, these are cool. I like this.
My computer's having a sad because I tried to vote.
Oh no.
Close. There we go.
There's also the Indie Awards?
Yeah, there is. So the Indie Game Awards is separate. It's not the same. It's not the same. But basically I'm just gonna remove this because my computer is
having a fit.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. There we go. The Game Awards, to be quite frank, to me, is just a really cool party for video games.
Yeah.
And I think anyone who takes it serious as some people are taking it is, I don't know, it's a little bit laughable. I appreciate the work that goes into video games, but also I don't appreciate that this just seems like a popularity contest run by the most popular guy in school.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, like it definitely gives those vibes. A lot of the award shows do now, and it's disappointing because it used to be a place, or what it's meant to be, is a place where you can discover new things that you might not have seen before that are actually really amazing, instead of just the same thing you've seen all year that's amazing, but it's not the only amazing thing.
Yep.
It's
No, I agree. It's like inspiration, but like it shouldn't come with controversy. And look how it is. It's come with controversy. And I don't know, why exclude a whole demographic of people? We've spoken about multiple times the percentage that women make up the gaming community.
yeah.
The stats don't lie. So, hello, knock, knock,
Look,
let us in, boy club.
Outside of that, a DLC is not a game. It's not a full game. It should not be allowed to be nominated for Game of the Year. I got absolutely slammed because 2 years ago on the podcast I was on, people asked me what my Game of the Year was. And I told them World of Warcraft Dragonflight. And they said I couldn't have that. It's an expansion, even though it is pretty much a whole new game. That is more of a whole new game than Elden Ring's Shadow of the Erd Tree. So
no, I agree.
I don't think it should be.
No, I totally agree. And if we're talking about community hype as well, like I have heard really nothing too much about that. But like, hello, Space Marine 2. People were obsessed with that. And like multiple people have made comments about that as well. Like people are obsessed with a little democracy. Like all I would hear that people are like, I'm fighting for democracy. And I instantly knew the game they were playing.
Yeah.
Like that took so
Helldivers
much
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, well, sorry, Helldivers. Yeah.
People just walking through quoting that, and I'm like, yeah. My boss was quoting it. He walked up to me and goes, for democracy, and I was like, yeah, man, totes. Before I knew what he was playing, I'm like, sure, no worries, man. And then he told me, I'm like, oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, for democracy.
People were obsessed with Helldivers. Like that's all I had. Like my immediate friendship group loved it, but like outside of my own bubble, so many people were obsessed with, like, even when I did like crowdsourcing on my reels, like so many people said they were playing Helldivers. It was insane. And I'm surprised that there's not more hype around that.
No.
Stinky.
No, like I said, take it with a grain of salt.
Hate.
And a tequila shot.
Yeah. Lemon.
Doesn't matter at the end of the day, but also it matters. If gamers are hyped about it, it matters.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't, and as someone who has been in the past, like, oh, like, that's a really weird take, or like it's irrelevant. Like my take's irrelevant. Like your personal game of the year, like that is totally fine. I would love to know individuals' game of the year.
Chat, tell us your game of the year. Yours.
Yes,
don't worry about
like
those,
yours.
I
don't care what's nominated. Fuck Jeff. No, don't.
Don't.
Maybe don't.
Oh gosh, having to think about that. What would mine be?
That is hard because I play a very broad spectrum of release dates. Actually,
like, you know what it'd be? And don't. This isn't because it's a fucking crazy game. I swear I'll end it if the game keeps me. But Fields of Mystria, and I can give you reasons for this. I give you reasons for this because it has taken the genre, a very standard genre that I think we're getting a bit tired of at this point. Like, haha, go do your farm, blah blah blah. And it has elevated it. It has iterated and it has improved it. Now, I haven't seen that in forever because it's such an easy cash grab to just be like, hey, I'll theme this farming game and then whatever, people will play it. But this one, okay, no, let's go further. That's too easy. Let's do something good, right? So endless quality of life things, right? So all those games in the 90s that you played where your inventory was just the fuckiest to try and access. No, they're not about that. They got you. Your chests are accessible everywhere. Little things like that you don't really think about until it's annoying. And they've taken such beautiful inspiration from games like Legend of Zelda. And there was another one that was on the old Game Boy. And they brought that forward and then meshed it with current genres. And it is just beautiful as a result. Like, there are so many people playing this going, oh, fuck, this takes me back to being a kid. This takes me back to the times where, like, I opened Pokemon for the first time and I learned that I could, like, jump off cliffs and stuff like that. And it was just wholesome and fun and simple. So I actually don't like farming. So I know what you're saying. Shaye, don't you play, like, a bunch of farming games? It's not for the farming. It's literally for the management. I like the management side of things. I also like the combat in the caves and getting to collect things like the little fucking gremlin that I am, and then put it in a nice place where it's shiny. I don't care about the farming. But I honestly, Fields of Mistria, I'd say Cult of the Lamb, but I'm pretty sure that was a 2023 release. Otherwise, it would be Cult of the Lamb. Just straight up.
Yeah, there you go.
How about you guys? What do you got?
I can't tell you my game of the year because I haven't played Dragon Age yet. And
yes,
I need to play that before I give my thoughts. So just putting that out there.
Fair. That does seem right up your alley, is Dragon Age.
Yeah, no, I went back and, like, I mean, I got the bug from playing Mass Effect, obviously.
You were obsessed. It was so good.
And then, yeah, so I went back and I started to play the other Dragon Ages. I went back to, like, Dragon Age 1. I bought them on sale on Xbox. I think they were like $2 each. It was great. But yeah, just obviously going back to those kinds of games is a little bit jarring sometimes. But yeah, so I can't actually say which one is my game of the year this year. So
fair.
V Rising was also very good. Just completely left of what I was just talking about. V Rising was also sick. So yeah, I can definitely agree with that chat saying V Rising, Power World. I didn't play Helldivers because you guys know motion sickness, I'll die. But with Power World, for example, it's high enough contrast that I could actually get through it to a decent amount without, like, needing to vomit.
I think the court case might be the reason why it's not anywhere.
Please, if those other ones can be like, women are dumb, fucking who cares about court case? All right, like, the
Women
US
only care about farms.
They literally just elected a felon in the shape of a dusty Cheeto. Okay, I don't think we care about that anymore. So it can be in the damn awards show. Dusty Cheeto. Pulled it out from under the couch. Had a little bit of, like, cat hair on it.
We might have to create a more succinct content around our game of the year.
We do a poll or something on Instagram.
I think that will be a lot more beneficial for our audience. So the actual event or the voting closes on December 2nd and the actual award show is December 12th. So yeah, let the tomfoolery begin.
Dun, 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 dun.
If you want to start an argument on the internet about gaming, just talk about this.
Yeah. Say Wukong stinky and watch people absolutely come for you. Don't worry. At least, like, watch me.
I'm gonna make,
or at least watch me, because I'm gonna need to. Honestly, I'm gonna be up until, like, midnight tonight, like, in a rabbit hole of Wukong devs.
Which you do need to, of course, send to us. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't dig very hard
that
because
Discord.
Just the top of it, I was already cranky, so I was like, we'll put that down.
Yeah, look, it's felt spicy today, and I appreciate the spiciness. Yeah, DLC shouldn't be game of the year. That brings us to the end of this lovely episode 8 of season 3 of Confessions of a Gaming Girl. Ellie, Shaye, any news? What's your news? Have you got any news?
First for a change if you want, Ellie.
I'm in a hoodie, so my weather is fine. Unlike you gals, your weather's kind of off the Richter scale.
Oh no,
at
it's
the
been
moment.
disgusting. Like it's been
Yeah.
humid and gross and
Whereas I've
not a
been
vibe.
dipping my toes in the warmth, but it's been cooling down over the evening, so I'm in that really nice
cool weather.
phase
I like that.
now. I'm really tempted to buy myself like one of like the ROG Allies or the Steam Decks or the MSI Claws, like anything where I can play my PC games.
Merry Christmas,
here.
Ellie.
Yes.
So
Dude, like on the balcony while it's raining with a cup of tea. Yes.
I think mine would be my little, I have like a little blow-uppy pool in the backyard with a little gin and tonic. But I think I would do that. So I think that's what I'm going to be debating this week, especially because it's Black Friday sales.
Yes.
There might be a sale somewhere.
Oh, girl, you're going to have to create a video, I reckon.
I've been buying stuff in the sales, and I think it's about time that I stop buying Christmas presents and I buy something for the twerking queen. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll check in next week with if my willpower fails or not.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see you fail. I never thought I'd say those words to you, but here we are. Shaye, you're streaming, you're thriving with your blonde hair. What's going on?
I'm swooshy. Honestly, it's a tiny chill time for me before everything hypes up for my birthday and Christmas. But the 4,000 follower giveaway was fucking phenomenal. The people who sponsored it, we had 2 separate companies, Last Hold Games and miniature scenery, and just the kindness that they showed us. When they just really didn't have to. They're both small Australian companies, so like that's what I'm hoping to work with and sort of put that out there, especially because they're nerdy and I love that. But no, honestly, the kindness that was shown was just absolutely astounding, and I'm so excited to see what people make from these prizes. Like I think that's one of the most exciting things. Like they get to make it, and I'm so curious. So I'm kind of just like holding on for that because I'm like, show me what you did. But other than that, honestly, a lot of streaming. I've got a TikTok battle thing coming up on Friday. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Please come cheer me on.
Oh yeah, you did do one at the beginning of the year, I think.
I did, yeah. I haven't done one for a while, and I noticed my TikTok audience and pushing was severely declining. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do another one. Stinky algorithm. But honestly, yeah, right now, dare I say, it is reasonably normal, but I'm sure that will go wrong as soon as I get off the podcast. Thank you. I know my luck.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and Midfield to Mystery just had their first like major update, so as soon as I get off the podcast, I am booting that up.
I love that. I love that. I have been very generously given a code for the Ultimate Edition of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
Oh, nice.
So
Pilot Doom. Yes.
Oh,
Welcome to Doom Airlines, please.
Welcome to Doom Airlines,
tray tables. I'm going to
make yourself
a
comfortable.
Oh no, if it's called something like Doom Airlines, it's going to be like, please tuck your head between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye. There will be no parachutes, and I do hope you know this is a one-way flight. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Hold on to your butts.
Wow. Okay. I
Not
see.
because
I
of
see how it
you,
is.
but because of your name.
Yeah, Doom is doom and gloom. Yeah, I love it.
Like,
look, it's going to be Doom, but it's going to be cute.
Cutie Airlines.
I think that's past
How can we help you?
Cutie.
And what else? I've actually been still playing, obviously, World of Warcraft. That's just, the game we play. And obviously the Crew, I've been playing that a little bit.
Oh my god, I gotta go and get after you, Dan, because I forgot to mention something and I don't know how the hell I did it.
Oh, I was going to segue, but you go, girl. Go on.
Arcane!
Oh yeah, Arcane. Are you talking about the Black Milk or the show or the?
No, the show. The last 3 episodes are coming out this weekend, and somehow. Okay, so season 1 was fucking phenomenal. Like no notes. I got nothing. It was astounding. Season 2 somehow better. It's better. How do you do that? And keep in mind, guys, I went into this expecting nothing for season 1. I was like, oh, it's a game adaptation. Oh, let's see how that goes. No, I've never seen a better piece of animation in my goddamn life. Please continue. Yes.
Dang.
I just like everyone to know if you are watching on YouTube, that the person that commented on Ellie is banned. Sorry, love. Yes.
No, you saying shiz?
No, I'm talking about Razfan123. No.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Like, are they saying shiz?
No, they said that Ellie was hittable. Does he mean like
Or the baseball bat, or
like
Listen,
he
I'm
hit
not gonna
that?
lie. I think
Like,
Ellie
duh.
from you
Goes without
would
saying.
prefer the baseball bat.
Like I can say that, like, but
Yeah.
no, not a strange man.
Hey
Or-
Ellie, I need you to pick for me. Hittable, would tappable or baseball bat? Which would you prefer from that particular human being?
Oh, can I have the bat? They'll swing. I'll catch it. And they'll
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's a good choice, and I like it. It shows forward thinking.
Yeah. We're
Done.
we're all coming for you, Razfan123. Not that that's a made up account.
They're probably from
right?
game science. Ugh.
Ew. Ew, that's gross.
The soul.
Haters gonna hate.
I banned them and hid the comment. So yeah,
Good.
Razfan123.
Don't give them a promotion.
Well, it's a sock account, so whatever, man. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You want to come in here into my podcast and tell me
I don't
on my
think so.
YouTube chat? Absolutely not. You know, when I've been on other podcasts and rude things have been said about me, and I was a guest. I was not like the, official person. Fucking, there was no support there. So you're damn right. I'm coming in. Mama Doomcutie is coming in, and she's gonna fuck you up.
Amen.
You're welcome. Also, if you feel so inclined, we have some people keep asking for merch. Okay, I can make pretty much anything I want, but it's summer. This is our summer 2024 collection. We have COAGG sippy cup, COAGG coaster,
Should chuck it up on the
and
screen.
on the screen. It's pretty cute. I won't
It's pretty
lie.
cute. We did watch Doom
cute.
working on this, and she was stressing about it. So, like, comfort her and tell her it's great, please, because it is.
Thank you for saying that. There we go. It's here. We have a little sippy cup. I tried to make these as this is Australian dollars. I tried to make them like close to round numbers, and my OCD can't handle it. But
Feels
yes,
sick.
look at this. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, that's
this,
so
don't
fun.
order. This looks weird. Don't order this.
We
But
couldn't turn that one off,
order this.
okay?
We couldn't turn it off, and that's what I was stressing about. But this one, it's got our names, but class of 2024. Hello.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Collector's edition. It goes down
Hello?
after 2024, okay? And then you can maybe get a 2025 one. Depends if we remember.
Mhm.
I will
Doom will
remember, and
yeah.
who knows? So we have that little gem because we were talking about stubby holders last week. Love that. Also, please appreciate my captions. It's not a hot girl summer without COAGG. Winky face.
It's true. And hot girl summer is for everybody. Okay, it's non
Exactly. You can be a hot girl.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have a lovely coaster here. Our coaster can handle the drip. The drip.
You're welcome.
Welcome. And then
That was the order of these questions.
and we have a double walls sippy cup.
The fact it's called a sippy cup sends me.
I love it so much.
Sippy, sippy.
For the sweatiest gaming
summer.
sessions, hydration is scientifically proven to be superior with the COAGG sippy cup. So
It's true.
get on it. Get on
The
it.
science was definitely us saying it works, but the point is, drink some liquids.
Yeah.
And you can
Double
contain
walled
whatever liquids you want.
installation.
Yeah, but you also get to see the color inside. So, like, your Mountain Dew,
Exactly.
you're going to know when you're
You
low.
can see the bubbles.
Bubbles.
Oh, it's a vibe.
I'm gonna shake the ice in mine. Ding, ding, ding,
Oh my
ding,
god,
ding.
yes. But if you
Oh,
guys grab these, we need you to send us photos, okay? We would love to celebrate
no.
you guys with your cool stuff.
Yes, and you can do that in our Discord.
Coolest photo wins a sticker. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yes, if you do want one of our stickers that we didn't stop, we just didn't have them. There they are. Hold it closer.
Yeah,
Closer.
I think my lights might mess it up a bit.
I did actually complete my homework that Ellie sent me last time. Ellie, you sent me the homework to put a sticker on something.
Yes.
I did.
What did you do?
Okay, there was a sticker that we had from a friend's wedding that said breaking bins, committing sins, and it was a picture of an ibis, which we love because it's beautiful. And one of the friends was Scottish and she just loves ibises. So I stuck it on the side of one of Rico's bookcases that also contains more stickers. So I did it.
How did it feel?
Very good.
I kind of panicked that maybe I somehow did it wrong. And I was like, oh, there's a bit of air. Fuck. So essentially I just had more anxiety.
No, that means this. Stickers get depressed when you don't stick them places. Okay, air or no air, we all have air. We all have gas.
Sitting here, like maybe I'll just
stick those bitches places. Gee, stick them with their own little community. Come on.
Yeah. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you, Shaye. And if you're proud of Shaye, you should buy a coaster.
It's true. Actually, buy a sippy cup is way cooler.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, but maybe you need the coaster for your
sippy cups have our names on it, or is it just the stubby holder?
The sippy cup does not have our names on it.
Our specialized ones will.
Our specialized. Yes, because you have to upload like a separate. Like, it only does the image on the front. So if I could special order them like individually, but I'd have to make an individual listing if that makes sense. So yeah, get on to it, gamers. Woo. Yeah, love to see it. Love to see you girls. Love it. Thanks, chat, for being fabulous as ever. And sorry about the brain explosion about Wukong. I will be emailing people in Chinese. So if I'm ever cancelled by China, that's the reason why.
Just don't travel there, and you should be reasonably fine.
Oh, I've been there already. It's fine. It's fine.
From Soft. You've already seen the cool history.
One and done.
Easy. And we're. We will we'll see you next week on the next episode of Confessions of a Gamer Girl podcast. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.